Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the JRS Cars YouTube channel. In today's video, I have a car from Honda. No, it's not that beautiful Octavia over there. It is this 4th generation Honda City. As you guys know, when the new Honda City came, the 5th generation, Honda retained this vehicle and the 5th generation vehicle, something manufacturers don't do. Honda is currently selling this vehicle, the 4th generation, along with the 5th generation side by side. Yes, in the 4th generation, you do not get all the variants. You get only two variants, the SV and the V, both with a 1 month waiting period and approximately a starting price of around 10.7 lakhs. In this video, we're going to answer a very important question. Should you buy a used 4th generation Honda City or should you buy a new 4th generation Honda City? Well, all this and more in this video. Let's begin straight away. Straight away starting on the styling, this vehicle from 2018 still looks brand new today. We have the full frontal chrome over here, we have these LED DRL elements, LED headlights, LED fog lights. This vehicle does look really very nice, especially in this red color. Moving to the side, we do get this dual tone chrome and black alloy wheels. 185/55 R16 is the tire size, as you guys can see. Overall a bit weedy tire for the vehicle, but an improvement from the 175 section which you got in the older vehicle. Anyway, moving to the side, we have the typical Honda stance over here. Nothing much has changed, especially when you compare it to the 5th generation as well. Both have a very similar side silhouette. This, however, being the VX version, we do get a sunroof as well. We get this chrome door handles, a body line over here. Looks quite nice, especially in this color. I think I've already mentioned the color again, but hey, that's how good the color is. Moving to the back, we do get a really nice effect of the lights inside. We have the IV Tech badging Honda City VX because this, like I mentioned, is the VX trim. We can open the boot by just pressing this over here, and yeah. So boot space, as you guys can see, is pretty decent. We have over 500 liters of space, and yes, boot space is definitely a hallmark of the Honda City. And well, let's quickly jump inside to something else which is the hallmark of the Honda City, and that, my friends, is legroom. We do have the illuminated city scuff plate over there, quite a nice touch. And yes, this is the interior of the 4th Gen City. Let's quickly get inside. Okay, please excuse the car beeping at me. Anyway, so this is how the seating position is with the driver's seat in my driving position. As you guys know, I'm 6 foot tall, and yes, we do have plenty of legroom over here. And look at the amount of legroom if the passenger seat is pushed a bit in the front. Really very good. We have rear AC vents as well. We have your sunroof. We have interior lights, like I already mentioned. We have your grab handle as well. Overall quality is quite good. Definitely a step up from my generation, the 2009 Honda City. We have tweeters over here. We have a speaker over here as well. And yeah, overall the backseat experience in this car is really very good. If you're going to buy a chauffeur-driven vehicle, look no further than the Honda City in this segment. And that is true for the 4th generation, the 5th generation, or basically any generation of the Honda City. Rear seat space and comfort is something which is unmatched with the Honda City. Anyway, like I mentioned, you do also get a sunroof. Sorry, you get, of course, center armrest as well. And let's quickly jump in the front. There we have the car owner taking photos of his other car over there. This is what we call Oravanjanai in Tamil. Anyway, moving to the front door, we have, of course, your window controls and your mirror controls on the dashboard. Again, we have the illuminated city scuff plate over there. Let's quickly jump inside. Yes. And so guys, that's the driving position, or should I say the driving seat position of the Honda City. We have a mixture of analog and digital. As you guys can see, we have a proper analog tachometer. We have an analog speedometer as well, and a digital dial for your odometer, your trips and everything else. We of course have your wiper controls, your indicators, the mirror controls over there. This steering wheel is leather wrapped and feels really very nice to hold. We have your media buttons over here. We have your cruise control buttons over here. Buttons to take and attend phone calls over here. And moving to the center dash, we have very asymmetrical dashboard design, as you guys can see. Looks quite nice in my opinion. We do have a 7-inch touchscreen system, as you guys can see over here. Decent audio quality, I won't say it's one of the best. We do have, of course, a touch panel over here for the climate controls. Quite nice, and I must say works really well. Touch response too is quite nice. We also have an illuminated start stop button, which is something really cool. Take a look at that. Anyway, moving further, we have a rather plain looking gear lever. We have this handbrake. We have some storage full of bills, as you guys can see. This car loves traveling. We also have a glove box with the Mari biscuit. So yeah, that also comes along with this vehicle. And yes, we also have an auto dimming interior mirror. We have, of course, a sunroof like I already showed you. And yeah, basically that's it with this vehicle. And let's get driving to see how it is. Alright guys, so driving the 4th generation Honda City. Like I mentioned, I already do own the 3rd generation car, and let's see how different this vehicle is to that vehicle. Of course, mine is an automatic and this is of course the manual. So let's see how it is. As you guys can see, I'm literally itching to get into the VTEC zone. So talking about this car's driving comfort, I mean, it's pretty good. You have a very nice driving position. Like I mentioned, the seat adjusts in multiple ways to ensure you get into a nice comfortable driving position. Yes, my friends, VTEC is still very much present. So let's talk about the Honda City. The City is meant to be well driven in the city. I mean, its name is taken from that. And as a city car, it is quite good to drive. I mean, the steering is really nice and neat. The steering is really nice and light. The clutch is really very responsive. The travel too is not much at all. Feels quite good and quite easy to drive this car, I must say. Gear shift too fits in quite nicely. And for a change, headlights too are quite bright. Wow, it's only really after 4500 RPM where this car really opens up the taps and you can start really feeling the VTEC which this vehicle has to offer. And yeah, apologies for doing this vehicle, I mean this driving review in the night, or should I say evening. Not sure how much is really seen on camera, but well, we gotta work with what we have. And we're now in a bit of a pickle. Somebody has to go back. Yep. Not one of my wisest moments of driving, but anyway. So yeah, I mean the car feels pretty good to drive. Suspension is quite good. Absorbs the bumps quite nicely, but yes, you do not have that proper solid German feel, which I'm assuming you will have, which you definitely will have in, let's say, the Rapid, the Vento, and definitely the Slavia. This vehicle does feel a bit light in comparison, and you don't have that proper heft which will give you, which a German car would definitely give you. There we have the new gen Honda City, and we're the older vehicle. And apart from a few differences here and there, the new generation car does not give you the same feel. Yep. This vehicle still has the VTEC punch to it though. Nothing beats driving a VTEC with skinny tires, and especially tires which are about to wear out, or should I say with worn out tires. Okay guys, to answer the question, should you buy a new 4th generation car or a new 5th generation vehicle, or should you buy a used 4th gen vehicle and save the cash? Well, personally, if you ask me, buying a used 4th generation vehicle is definitely a good option, because Hondas are reliable. There's nothing really that can go wrong with the vehicle, and or unless you really want a brand new vehicle, the new vehicle with its slightly better performing engine and of course the new styling, new features, everything else, if you can skip all that, this vehicle for around 9.5-10 lakh rupees is a really good buy, especially considering that this vehicle is still on sale. So nobody's really going to know that you're buying a second-hand vehicle, because the vehicle is still sold brand new. Now that brings me to the other question, should you buy this vehicle brand new? Well, not exactly according to me, for two reasons. One, because the SV and V, of course, you don't get all the top spec features like the sunroof, leather seats. These stuff you will not get in the SV and V variant buying it new. And secondly, you do not know when Honda is going to scrap the vehicle. When I say scrap, I mean finally discontinue it. They can't keep selling both generations side by side forever, right? So with these 2 points in mind, buying this vehicle used is definitely a better option, I would say, as against buying it brand new. And that's my personal opinion on whether you should buy a used Honda City, especially this vehicle. So I would say either you stretch your budget and buy the brand new vehicle. Yes, according to me, that vehicle is not as different as it should be, or as different as it could be, but definitely a good vehicle nonetheless. So that would be my option, or rather my tip for this video, is to look at this vehicle. If you're okay buying a used vehicle, you want to save a few bucks, you can get the higher end version of this City instead of settling for a newer lower variant of this vehicle. So that would be one option. And yeah, that would be the main synopsis, or should I say the main point of my review. So yeah, basically we're in full darkness now, so I can call this a night review officially. And yeah, so guys, that's my review of this Honda City. A big thanks to the owner for giving me this vehicle for review. And yeah, it does drive pretty well. Pretty sure this is how the car drove from the day it came from the showroom. 2080, not that far away either, and yeah, just 32,000 kilometers as well. So you don't get any drive modes as such with this vehicle. It's only your leg which controls how much acceleration you have, which is also nice in a way, because this vehicle gives you full manual control of every single thing. And for the entirety of this review, I've not even gone into third gear. So that does show that VTEC is very addictive, number one. And number two, if you drive like this, you are not going to get an ounce of mileage. So keep that into consideration as well. So guys, that's been pretty much a good driving experience of, let's say, this generation of the Honda City. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give the video a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next video really soon. Take care, bye bye, drive safe.